Hey, you dorks, this is Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you are listening to The Dorkening.
Hi, I'm Brian Johnson, and although you probably accidentally stumbled across it and have no idea why you're watching it, you are in fact watching The Dorkening.
Hello, this is Tom Kenny, voice actor, the voice of the Ice King on Adventure Time, and SpongeBob SquarePants. Ah, meow. Oh, Gary the Snail, too. Hey, guess what you're filling your eye holes and ear holes with? The Dorkening! Oh, I love the Dorkening. Very popular in Ooh. And Bikini Bottom.
Hi, I'm Lou Ferrigno. You're watching The Dorkening. And you know what? You don't like me when I get angry, so don't get me angry. You better keep watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, this is Felissa Rose, and you're watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, it's Courtney Palm. We're shooting Death House, and you're watching The Dorkening.
This is Anthony Michael Hall, and you're watching The Dorkening. Stay tuned, my friend's going to show you what entertainment's all about, baby.
The Dorkening.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
And we are now live on The Dorkening, and I want to thank you all for joining us. If you want to learn more about Deadly Grounds, there's links in the show notes down below or above, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. And with us today, we have Steven.
Hello, everyone. And as Leo said, it's awesome coffee.
Oh, yeah. So how's it going, my friend?
Fantastic. Fantastic.
We're short James today. His little one was active, so he needed a nappy. So he's taking tonight off. So we will fill the gap. We got some awesome stuff to talk about. So I wanted to start off with this. Just dropped today, and it looks absolutely friggin' amazing. Did you see the trailer for the Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection?
I did, and I hope the difficulty for this is a little easier than the arcade, the NES, and the SNES. I hope they take it down a notch with the difficulty.
I don't think they're going to do that. So, but with an exception, because if you watch the trailer, it looks like it's the same Ghosts and Goblins, except the graphics are totally revamped. Yeah, so cartoony, looks amazing. But you see, even in the trailer, the guy dies a lot. Well, he doesn't die, but he gets knocked into his skivvies there. It looks like they added some superpowers as well. And it looks like there's different difficulties. But I'm thinking it may be, maybe like a Mario or something like that, where you can earn extra lives easier, or maybe there's saves and continues. Because at one point they say, explore the world.
Yep. Also, if you noticed in the trailer, he's shooting upwards, where in the other games you're only shooting left or right.
I thought in one of them you can shoot upwards.
No.
Huh.
So that is going to be a huge advantage especially with, everything left, right, center, up, down, like going right at you. So, plus, you have like on the Switch, if you have the Super Nintendo Online and you have Super Ghosts and Goblins on there, or if you have the regular Nintendo Online, you have the regular Ghosts and Goblins, you have that ability to save where you are, or you can rewind where you died.
Oh, really?
So, I'm like, obviously I've died many times on Super Ghosts and Goblins. But I've rewinded back to the parts where I've died, and I've continued and continued and continued. So I'm like halfway through. So hopefully it'll have a feature like that, maybe.
Yeah. Are there other? So I was watching a friend of ours, Dale Stark. He's over in he's up north in Canada. One of the islands there. I forgot which it is. But he started doing a gaming channel, and so he's playing a lot of retro games, and I see that he can rewind. So, like, he was playing Chippendale Rescue Rangers, which I don't think is on the Nintendo subscription.
No.
So, what else can you do a rewind on? Is it like through? I know there's like RetroArch, or there has to be some other emulators. I'm gonna have to ask him.
I think it's a certain emulator you can use to have a rewind feature. I'm not 100% sure. I do know that from what I remember, the Nintendo, the little Nintendo brick and little SNES brick that Nintendo sold, that was a hot ticket item a few years ago, that had a rewind feature, I believe. But unless he hacked NES, like the small brick, and got Chippendales on it. I know someone that did that and got like he had like almost every game on there by hacking it, but you got to hack it a certain way or you're going to have a very expensive paperweight.
Yep.
At the time, it would have been a very expensive paperweight.
Yeah, now it's like $70 for the Super NES Mini, NES Mini, yeah. And then also for emulation, the have you seen the Atari VCS?
No, I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it. I know you've talked about Raspberry Pi before.
Yeah, Raspberry Pi, but the Atari turns out it's like a mini computer, and like ETA Prime just did a video on upgrading it.
Yeah,
and he like installed Windows on it. There's like a big SSD you can put in it. So for emulation, rather than getting a NES Mini or a Super NES Mini, which is awesome because the way it looks, but it may be better to get like the Atari VCS, which I think is going to be more powerful than a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
Or you can just do it on your computer as well. But I'll have to bug Dale to see what he's doing to stream. We just saw on the Still Token with we just spoke to Chris Dorgenstein, and he used to play for let's see, Guello.
Okay.
And or he plays for he currently plays for Guello, but he's doing some retro gaming as well. And he has the Retcon.
Never heard of that one.
It's not an emulator. It's actually a system, but it can take Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
Retron.
Retron. Okay.
Yeah.
Retron. Okay. My mistake.
I have the Retron 5, which has it's like a 5-in-1 system, so it takes Game Boy, all the Game Boys, NES, SNES, Famicom, Genesis, so it's 5.
Yeah, and that can play ROMs as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
So, yeah. I haven't used it in a while. I got to find that somewhere.
Yeah.
I pretty much have here in the studio, I have like all my consoles over here. Some of them I took to my apartment. But I took the N64 and GameCube because there's like a little device on the N64 and GameCube, but it's from you could go to castlemaniagames.com and you can find it, but it's a little thing you just plug on the back of the GameCube or N64. Where the part where you put in the AC adapter plug.
Yep.
Don't put the AC adapter plug in, put this in, and with it you just plug in the HDMI cable.
Oh, yes.
Convert everything to HDMI.
Nice.
A little pricey, but it's worth it without plugging in the red, white, and yellow cables.
Yeah. And I think it upscales as well or something like that. Yeah.
It is. It's a Nintendo approved upscaler. So
very cool. Yeah, I was talking with Chris because he just started a Twitch channel doing retro horror games, and I definitely got the itch. I got to start playing some more retro games. I got to get Retro Arch up and running because I showed you my my new controller, right?
Yeah.
For those of you watching the new 8-bit do controller, it's their version of like the NES Advantage.
But for those listening, it's the type of controller the Ghostbusters used to control Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. It's the 8-bit do arcade stick, and oh my god, this thing is so awesome. So
have you played Street Fighter with it yet?
I have not. What have I played with it? I played a lot of Kung Fu.
Okay.
I love Kung Fu. The old classic NES Kung Fu, yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of like an inspiration for Game of Death.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee, yeah.
Yep. Oh, no, what he was playing sorry, I thought you meant what popped into my head was Bloodsport and the game Jean-Claude was playing.
Yeah.
I think he was playing was it Karate?
I thought Bloodsport was like a Fight Club type movie.
Yeah, it's based on the Kumite, which is have you never seen Bloodsport?
No.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, watch Bloodsport tonight. It is amazing. And shameless plug, we had Stan Bush on a couple weeks back, and he did the Kumite song for it. Kumite. It's and he also did the song for Transformers. I Got to Touch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the same guy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, same guy. And but Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and it's a real fight that happens. It's like a real underground fight where, like, a lot of times it's like fighting to the death. Has Bolo Young and a lot of the fighters from like the 80s, and this was Jean-Claude's like second movie or something like that, and it is a cult classic. I watch it every now and then, and it's an amazing watch. You got to watch it. But when he gets to, I think it's Japan, there's like an arcade machine, and it's like instead of kung fu, it's like karate or something like that.
Okay.
He's playing Ogre in it from Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
So he's playing Ogre in that, and it's an amazing movie. It's on Plex, so definitely go check it out.
Yeah, I got a few movies on Plex I gotta watch.
Yeah.
And we have our first Patreon backer, and he requested us to asked us to watch The Ritual on Netflix. So there are a lot of movies to watch this week.
Congratulations on your first Patreon.
Thank you.
Yeah. That definitely helps out. Yeah. Plus, you're making special content. It's only select few are gonna get a chance to watch. So
yeah. And I'll plug that at the end of the show. So
totally. Definitely it comes out February 25th. Pulling up the other thing here. The other thing that came out is and definitely I urge everybody to definitely check out Patsy on Throwdown Thursday did an awesome breakdown video of GodZilla, the new GodZilla trailer. And
I cannot wait for this. Actually, I've I had to look back and see the last time the Kong versus Godzilla movie they had, and that was 1962.
Yeah.
If they waited another year, it would be 50 years.
Yeah.
About 50 years since we had a Kong versus Godzilla, but it's technically going to be 49 years. Almost 50 years since we've had a Kong versus Godzilla movie.
Now there were two versions of that, right?
No,
I thought there was one where Godzilla won and there was one where King Kong won.
I don't think so. But you freezed it at a perfect frame right there because people are speculating certain robotic creature to appear.
Yes, and I was watching a breakdown video, and they think so. Patrick he picked up on this right away, where Godzilla looks like it's metallic, and there's red underneath, which could be like an engine, and they think this is Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah,
but there definitely has to be something else because I mean, King Kong's been brought up as the good guy in his movie, and obviously Godzilla is the good guy, and they wouldn't make Godzilla the bad guy. So
yeah, the thing is with this, the painting with the picture that IGN has painted, with that Patrick has painted, and obviously that we're implying, it looks like they're gonna Batman versus Superman this. They're gonna fight for 20 minutes, then this metallic Godzilla thing is gonna pop up. They're gonna team up.
Yeah.
And then a wild Wonder Woman or something like that will appear, and then they have to fight, and then I hate to say it, either Godzilla or King Kong will die.
No. Well, so I saw a comment that was hilarious. Obviously this was on Reddit, but they're gonna fight, and then one of them's gonna say Mothra, and he's gonna say, Mothra, why did you say that
name? I saw
hey, Mothra.
I saw a comment on YouTube actually that this will be the Batman versus Superman of the Monsterverse, which implied my theories. So
yeah. And that's if you know Batman versus Superman, that's how they became friends, because Superman said Martha, and that was Batman's name, mother's name. And so the trailer looks amazing, and this comes out in March, so we're getting this soon.
Yeah, for people who have HBO Max, or if you're gonna risk your life, go see it in the theater. I would recommend HBO Max. It's definitely worth the 15 and change. So
yeah,
and you're getting, if you have HBO Max, you're gonna get all the other movies that Warner Brothers is pumping out.
Yeah, and there's so much good stuff on HBO Max. I subscribe to it myself, and so if you didn't subscribe to DC Universe, a lot of the cartoons and a lot of originals from there went to HBO Max. Matter of fact, DC Universe is no longer. It's now DCU Universe Infinite, which is, can you make it any more confusing? But they've gone to just comics. And if you weren't subscribed to that, and you are subscribed to HBO Max, make sure you check out Harley Quinn. Oh, have you seen Harley Quinn?
No.
Dude.
I've been binging the documentaries on there a lot. We checked out Heaven's Gate, The Cult of Cults, Class Action Park. Obviously we did reviews for those on our podcast. The Mr. DB Cooper on HBO Max was really good.
Yes, yeah, I did watch that. That was pretty good. So you do have HBO Max?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tonight, at least watch the first episode of Harley Quinn. It's a short watch. It's a cartoon.
Okay.
But it's Harley. It is definitely an adult cartoon. And Harley Quinn is convinced Batman's called Batman because he fucks spats or something like that. It's and Commissioner Gordon is drunk most of the time. He's like on the verge of a mental breakdown. It's hilarious. The guy that voices King Shark, Ron Funches, a comedian.
Yeah,
and
I've heard of him.
King Shark just goes around biting people's heads off and stuff. There's an episode where they released the what's her name?
That right? Oh, hold on. That right there, that whole image of Kong with the hammer, that sold me right there. I was just like, done. Take my money.
Yep. With Harley Quinn, there's this one episode where I forgot her name. She's like Queen of Fables.
Okay.
And they're trying to break in somewhere, and they go through a park, and they're having a family reunion, and somebody sees them, and Queen of Fables is like, "Oh, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it." And then they go do the job, and then come back, and she murdered literally everybody. And it's like describing like, oh, first this person saw, but then you know what? You need to kill the bloodline. She wiped out everybody. It is insane. But it's 2 seasons, absolutely hilarious. But yeah, HBO Max. And so March we're getting King Kong versus or Godzilla versus Kong. Also in March, the Courier with Benedict Cumberbatch. And also Raya, the Last Dragon.
Yeah. Those two don't pique my interest. But obviously the only one that piques my interest for March is Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah.
The one that I'm looking forward to next after Kong versus Godzilla, I'm not sure which one is next on the list after, Raya and the Last Dragon, is I think Mortal Kombat, I believe, is next after that.
I believe so.
Yeah. We haven't gotten a trailer yet. And I'm waiting on bated breath for a trailer. Me and a bunch of other, I know a bunch of other video gaming YouTubers that are waiting on bated breath they're just like, they're like, please let it be good.
I'm trying to find the release schedule. Because they just released a new trailer as well that had clips from Mortal Kombat. Did you see that?
I did not. I think I have the release thing here. Just gotta scroll through a bunch of.
So Locked Down came out in January.
Wonder Woman came out in December.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it right here.
Okay.
Okay, so Mortal Kombat was pushed back. The Little Things is already out, so I need to see that.
Yep.
Conjuring, Devil Made Me Do It. In the Heights, Space Jam: A New Legacy, Suicide Squad, Dune, King Richard, Matrix 4, Judas and the Black Messiah, which I thought was going to be earlier because I saw previews for that.
So Judas and the Black Messiah, the list I have says that comes out February 12th.
So mine must be an older list because that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, what it has, Little Things comes out January 29th. That's the next one. Judas and the Black Messiah, February 12th, which is Shaka King's Judas and the Black Messiah will stream HBO Max for 1 month, based on the life of Fred Hampton. And then after that, February 26th is Tom and Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, The Many Saints of Newark on March 12th. Oh, so this is the prequel to The Sopranos. Yes.
Yeah.
You saw Sopranos, right?
Oh, yeah. Who hasn't?
Yeah. Speaking of Sopranos, there's a TV show coming out.
It's supposed to be a prequel.
Well, yeah. So the Many Saints of Newark is a prequel to Sopranos. So it covers Tony Soprano when he was younger. And then after that, Zack Snyder's Justice League, March of 2021. Yes. Come on. And then April is Mortal Kombat. And then this has May for Godzilla. So mine might be off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're saying March for Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, March. So March is going to be huge if HBO is dropping both Kong and Justice League.
Yeah.
So Justice League, if a lot of people don't know, Zack Snyder was working on it. He faced a severe family crisis and had to leave. And Joss Whedon took over and essentially redid the whole movie, totally killing Zack's vision. And Zack got permission to go back and make the Snyder cut and remake the movie in his vision. They spent, I think, $150 million in reshoots and CGI to finish the film. So this is above what they already spent on it, and I'm hyped for it.
Yeah, all the campaigning, all the tweets, all the people pushing and begging and crying for it. I hope it's worth it.
Okay, so here's the thing: is it going to cost you anything extra to watch it?
No, I already have HBO Max. It's just we're gonna have to. Me and my co-host are gonna have to review it anyway, so might as well watch it.
Okay, so will you watch the original and then this?
No, not the original. I've already said it live on. See the little live thing here?
Yeah,
right there, right there. Wait, I'm trying to find the pointer thing right there. It's already live. I said it live. James, if you're watching this, I've said it that I will watch the Snyder cut.
Yay! 4 hours. And it's a movie.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
They were gonna do a mini series kind of thing, but they decided it came out that it's gonna be this is even originally saying it's a 4-part mini series. So I'm looking at an older list because it's been changed where it's gonna be a 4-hour movie. But so this brought up something else that I read today is Joss Whedon. Some bad stories have been coming out about him, and I don't know what's true and what's not, but the latest story to come out is apparently he almost ruined Avengers Age of Ultron. Did you hear that he was, from what I've read, they're saying that he was insisting that Vision be anatomically correct?
I didn't hear that, but along with all the stuff of Justice League, a lot of stuff surrounding it was surrounding Joss Whedon, because there was a lot of allegations surrounding that with Ray Fisher and all that stuff. There's a lot of allegations. I don't remember the allegations, but there was just controversy surrounding when the Snyder Cut was released, that was announced. There was just a lot of. It was just more positive to Zack Snyder, but the negativity was falling on Joss Whedon just because, not only do we not like your version, but these allegations are just coming up to haunt you. So
the stories of him just leaving set and a lot of negativity. Angelina, who are you talking to at 2:30 a.m.? She says hello, all a bit late. 2:30 a.m. and just got off the phone, and she joins us every week, and we definitely love it when you join us. And she's over in the UK, if I remember correctly. That it just came out today. Joss Whedon, they're saying he was insisting that Vision be anatomically correct. So it will. We'll have to wait for more stories. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. So Justice League, I'm excited for it, and your Mortal Kombat, I think is going to be awesome as well.
Yeah. I just need a trailer. I need to see what they're doing. I know who's going to be in it, but I need to know. I've heard about the fatalities. I've heard about this and that. I just want to see for myself what I'm going to be expecting. I think what they're going to do is like the new Tomb Raider movie was like version of the Tomb Raider games that came out recently.
Yeah, I thought yes, yep,
This
exactly.
is probably going to be like a version of the more recent Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've been saying the fatalities will be in it, more bloody, more brutal. So obviously, they're going to go for the recent Mortal Kombat games, where when you do a fatality, you're seeing like, I don't know, the trauma of it. Like you're doing an uppercut, you'll see the skull go back, and you see the. So.
Very cool. I'm excited for it. So yeah. Very cool. The other big news item that came out, Cyberpunk. Are you playing Cyberpunk?
No, unfortunately.
Angelina says, I have 3 friends in the hospital. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And yes, she's near London, England. Well, can't miss your show. You always make me smile. Oh, thank you, Angelina. Glad to brighten your day. So Cyberpunk, the latest patch is they're calling a game killer because there's a critical mission in the game, and from what I read is during the most recent patch. So if you're not familiar with Cyberpunk, it was released very buggy. Matter of fact, they halted online sales of the game like a couple days after it was released. They weren't selling it on the store because it was so buggy. And I believe they've started selling it again. You were going to say something, Steve?
Yeah, it took them about 8 years to make it.
Yeah,
and for them to release it, like so buggy, so crashy, it just goes to show that if you're going to take 8 years to make a game, I forget the saying, but eat crap or get off the pot or something like that.
Well, I mean, that's a way to think of, release. Yeah. They should have definitely held back and released it, maybe in the spring or whatnot, finished it. But it is super buggy. I just did the patch myself, so I'm going to have to watch out for that mission, and I'll explain what it does in a second. But when I play on my PS4, it's constantly crashing. Like it'll crash like once an hour. And the way it crashes is so annoying because it'll crash and then I need to wait like a minute before it like builds the report, and then I get to the point where I can restart the game. And then the loading process. So it's a good couple minutes, after it crashes to when I get back into the game. But it's a great game. I mean, other than crashing, it's a lot of fun. The AI is really weak though. But it's fun. I'm enjoying the atmosphere. I'm enjoying the game. But yeah, they definitely need to fix it. So the bug, from what I read, is there's a critical point in the game where you're supposed to get this call from this one person. And that's how you get a lot of missions. Somebody will call you, and then your mission will pop up or get activated. And there's even points where you need to text somebody information, like you'll pick up a package and you need to text them. So the call, they'll call, but you won't hear them.
Yeah.
And it won't trigger the mission.
So it's a mistake within the AI or communication.
Yeah, and this is in the most recent bug. And the fix, they said, and you can look this up online, is you need to wait in game 24 hours. So you need to like activate the mission, go to the building, but not go in the building, get the call, and then wait like 24 hours. And then I guess there's like some real time waiting you need to do as well. And then you can do the mission.
That doesn't crash your system. Nothing will.
Well, it's not crashing. The system is just very annoying and very.
Yeah, but all the the bugs and the patches and all that stuff, it's going to take a toll on the system itself. Yeah. This game has a history, a long history of, well, with the reports I've seen of it not only shutting down systems but crashing systems. And it's like I said before, it took 8 years to make,
Yep.
But I think they were trying to build the world's most buggiest virus, you know.
Well, I think they bit off more than they could chew, and this is a shame because this is from CD Projekt Red, and they made The Witcher, and the last Witcher game a lot of people absolutely loved. The company really built up a awesome reputation. They kept on releasing like add-ons to The Witcher at like no cost. And let's see. Angelina says, this will make you laugh. I played Streets of Rage the other night and almost died with laughter. It's so bad. Sonic and Mario Brothers was so fun. Yeah, Streets of Rage. That was back in the day. It was, hey guys, I'm not in Facebook, so I can't see who you are. So tell us who you are. Yeah, Streets of Rage was definitely really cheesy back in the day, but for a that was a 90s game, and then they had like Streets of Rage 2, then Streets of Rage 3. And then, those came out because there was the success of
Final Fight and Double Dragon. And
yeah, Double Dragon was before that, and then Bad Dudes and Final Fight. Yeah, there's a whole series of those street ragey type of like games. And even before Double Dragon, there was another one.
Not Street Fighter.
No.
Now you got me thinking.
It might have been Bad Dudes in the arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have Sly Spy and Bad Dudes and a bunch of these old arcade games available for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So I didn't know Bad Dudes was for the arcade.
Yep. I used to love playing that in the arcade a long time ago. Long before you were born. For a matter of fact, speaking of classic games, if you go to Humble Bundle right now, they have a Capcom Arcade Classics in their bundle kit. I think it's like 50 games or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'll go check it out. And forgive me as I type.
No worries. So while you're typing, might I ask, what did you think of the latest WandaVision episode?
Oh yeah, we were going to talk about that.
Did you want me to wait?
No, I thanks for reminding me. Let's see. Where the hell is it? Or did it end? It might have ended. Okay, so Angelina Deacon, I have the walk of shame subscribing to Nintendo magazines every month. That's not a shame. You talking about the old Nintendo Powers? Let us know. We'll wait. WandaVision was awesome. I'm loving it. Are you still loving it?
Oh, of course. Like I said when we talked about it last week, I'm really enjoying like the old throwbacks to the TV shows of yore. And I made a prediction last week and I was wrong. I predicted that they were going to open up last week's episode with them doing an All in the Family piano intro, and I was disappointed that they didn't do it.
But I was right. I was right. It was Brady Bunch.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Well, you even had the squares like it was Brady.
Yeah,
Bunch.
yeah. You're right. You called that one.
So it was filmed like Brady Bunch. Yes, early 90s. I love Nintendo Power. That's why I got Super Mario 2 was because of that issue. Brady Bunch house. Yes, it was modeled on the Brady Bunch house, but the intro was the bus. Partridge Family.
Partridge Family.
Yes. Yeah, the intro was more of the Partridge Family, which was another classic. I loved the Partridge Family growing up.
Yeah, I did like what the setup that they had for this episode. Yeah, you could tell that what a lot of people were thinking it is, Wanda's controlling the whole thing.
Yeah, so I was talking to Rich before this, and he posed a question to me, and Rich Davis, we do a comic podcast every Tuesday, and called Splash Pages. We're a comic book club, and this week we just did Longbow Hunters, which I totally urge everybody to definitely read. That is fucking amazing. So he wanted to know, and I'll pose this question to you. So WandaVision, do you believe? So does it come from Rich? Velvet Joker. He's also the CT Joker. If you see him cosplay, he does an amazing Joker. But he wants to know. So in WandaVision, do you believe Wanda has made a pocket universe to deal with her trauma? Or do you believe she's being trapped by Hydra in a Truman-like setup? What do you think?
I think it's both. She's making this whole thing, this reality, her own, because she's trying to hide from the trauma of not only Avengers Endgame, but Avengers Age of Ultron. Losing her brother and then losing Vision. And then, it's so big that this new group, this sword group, is putting eyeballs on it. Like, wait a minute, what is going on here? So that's just my theory.
Okay. My theory is that I don't think Hydra is controlling her. I think that she created this universe. She has full control over it. But I believe, how she manipulated Banner's brain in Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
Okay, I think somebody did something similar to her. And, obviously playing with her grief, because she was definitely grieving for loss of Vision and obviously loss of her brother. Vision probably just made her snap, but I think somebody helped push her over the edge. And obviously, it's a lot of people have been saying it's Mephisto. So I think I think she created it. I think she's controlling it, but maybe somebody offered her something to create it, or somebody manipulated her. I don't think anybody's controlling her. I think they manipulated her and she's on her own, because otherwise, and a lot of people are saying she's going to be the big bad in Doctor Strange. If somebody's manipulating her, it's easy for her to go over to the dark side. If somebody's controlling her, then it might not be as easy to, say that she's bad all of a sudden. And Angelina says, I think I need a new, I think she's saying controller and join the party. Are you saying controller? Let us know what you said. Condoyer? Condoler. Might be controller.
Controller, I think.
Yeah, if it's controller and you're playing on the PC or on, this will actually work on Switch as well. 8-Bit Do, and I showed this earlier, they make an arcade stick. And 8-Bit Do also makes some awesome controllers as well. The little handheld Nintendo style, really good quality. So that's my thoughts on WandaVision. And they're saying that, so the first 3 were shown to reviewers, only the first 3. Does Monica Rambeau have her power? She does not. As far as we know, she got thrown out of this universe.
She got kicked off the island.
Yeah, she got a little too close, and she started, trying to break into Wanda there, trying to bring her to her senses, started talking about Pietro. And and then at the end of the episode, spoilers, she does her little magic thing and throws Monica Rambeau out of the universe, and you see her being thrown out. Then all of a sudden, she's like surrounded by military, not shield, SWORD agents.
SWORD.
Yeah. So we get to see the outside of the bubble, which is pretty cool. But they're saying episode 4 is really where things are going to ramp up.
Yeah. And then it's going to get right into the 80s, which,
So let's see, 80s.
I was gonna say Married with Children, but that was 90s.
No. Was it?
I think so.
I think it was late 80s.
The only ones that come to mind for me, actually, maybe Small Wonder.
Oh, could
they have the kids now?
Yeah. Married with Children started in 1987.
Oh, okay. So that would fit right in.
Yeah.
If they have the intro, if they do the intro, that'd be great. kind of.
Love and Vision.
Yeah.
Or Wanda and Vision. Wanda and Vision.
Maybe Cosby Show comes to mind.
I don't think I don't.
No.
You're not going to touch Cosby with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, scratch that. I don't know what else.
Facebook user says Simpsons.
Yeah. 89. Yeah, that's like right on the cusp of the 80s. Yeah.
Oh, actually, so when we covered Longbow Hunters, I did a review of what happened in 1987. That's when Simpsons debuted, was 87. Oh, she meant console. We're not old. We're all kids. We're all kids, Angelina. Yeah. So if you're looking for a console, Switch is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince. Yep.
Speaking of HBO, did you see the Fresh Prince reunion?
I did.
Yeah,
the one thing I liked was Will Smith and the lady who played the aunt, I think. Like they buried the hatchet. I didn't know there was a beef between them, but I really like that. Like
they didn't really. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, you might hear something for a second. I'm trying to see if I can get into the video so I can see who's chatting. And it's not showing me. What the hell? Okay. So I Facebook user, acknowledge yourself. I need to find out where to stream Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi?
Sci-Fi channel, yeah.
I don't think they have their own Sci-Fi network yet.
Okay.
I do know if you have Peacock, for all you wrestling fans out there, if you have Peacock, WWE Network is going to. You all right, Leo?
Yeah, I got caught on my cord here.
WWE Network is going to be dropping their network and going to be merging with NBC's Peacock.
Wow, that's
so
big.
If you have the network, which is $9.99 a month, you're going to be getting. You're going to get Peacock and all the stuff on WWE Network for like $5.99 a month, and I don't know how much Peacock is.
Peacock. So there's different models. There's and Angelina says Carlton is the best. Totally agree. You do to Carlton. Don't mind me. I finished my rum and coke, and it's just even a Star Wars glass tonight. What was I saying?
Carlton. No. Peacock.
Peacock. Okay, so there's a free one. You get some stuff with it. You get like the first season of The Office, and then there's a paid one, and then there's paid without commercials. So I think I have the paid one. I think it's like $5 or $6 a month. It's not much.
Yeah, my girlfriend has the original one.
Yeah,
and it's Rich. It's the Facebook user.
Okay, hey Rich. How's your food coma? Hope it was yummy. Sounded yummy. Okay, so what was I saying?
Peacock,
yeah. Peacock's pretty good. I mean, we just binged 30 Rock on Peacock. And Angelina says, "Hey, get your friends' passwords. I do and watch for free." Yeah, the problem is I subscribe to a lot of stuff and people borrow my passwords. So
yeah, my girlfriend has Peacock, and We haven't used it yet, but yeah.
Yeah, Peacock's good. I just also subscribed to Discovery Plus.
I've heard things about Discovery Plus.
Okay, so I don't. I'll bring it up. You know what?
Are all the Mythbusters on there? Every single Mythbusters? Because I really like the early Mythbusters.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Undercover Billionaire. So I like it where they sort everything out for you. So stuff you subscribe to, relationships, true crime. So obviously all these channels is Discovery Plus Originals, HGTV, Food Network, TLC, ID, OWN, Travel Channel.
So Discovery Channel isn't a part of it.
It might be. So let me see. You said Mythbusters, right?
Yeah.
Mythbusters, 21 seasons.
No shit.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and then let's see, 101. Oh yeah, these are the specials.
Yeah.
So what I've been loving is the paranormal. So we got caught up on Kindred Spirits. That's a really good show. I started watching the season 2 of Expedition Bigfoot, which is pretty good also. UFO Witness is another good one. But they have the shock docs.
Shock docs?
Oh my, these are so good. I watched 2 of them today. The Amityville Horror, and it's a documentary on the actual house, and they cover like the Warrens. And then Devil's Road, a true story of Ann and Lorraine Warren, which is pretty good too. They have Mothman sightings, Jersey Devil, and these are all documentaries, and they're pretty good. But I've only seen 2 so far.
Yeah, I love documentaries. This looks really interesting. I may ask, how much is it a month?
I think it's same thing as like Peacock. It's like $5 or $6 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
No,
it's not bad at all.
Nope. Yeah, that's why I subscribe to it, because it's I don't watch any of the others like food or home.
Yeah, food would be up my alley because usually I do a lot of cooking, and yeah, I do a lot of cooking and I love cooking, so the food one will be up my alley.
Yeah,
I actually made an awesome recipe, a crock pot recipe. You take 3 pounds of corned beef, you drop it in the crock pot, and you take 2 cups of Guinness, and you throw it in there, and you take some garlic and you throw that in there, and you let it cook on low for 5 hours, and then after the 5 hours, you take the lid off the crock pot and you put in potatoes and carrots, and you put the lid back on for another 3 hours. After that, it's done. Fantastic.
Oh, sounds delicious, but I can't have potatoes.
Oh, my bad.
No. I love potatoes, but it's just I'm doing keto, so I can't have carbs. Okay, so Angelina says, we can't get the same as you guys. Plus, I have to work out sometimes. Your lingo, haha. Still love watching y'all. Yeah, I apologize. Our lingo is pretty bad. And, it's free. Get your friend's password. One thing you can do, Angelina, is you can I know some stuff isn't available in the UK. A lot of people do is they get a VPN, and so like Netflix, you subscribe to Netflix, but there's stuff like here, the CBS stuff, like the new Star Trek Discovery isn't on Netflix, but in Canada it is. So if you have a VPN just says, hey, even though you're in the US, we're gonna say you're from Canada, and you just put it. It's like a little graphics interface where you just connect, and you say, okay, I want to pretend like I'm in Canada, and then you go to Netflix, and then, hey, You're watching the Canadian A type of shows.
Yeah, and you got to make sure you look for the VPNs you are able to watch Netflix on, because there was a site, I can't remember what the site was. I think it was Stack Social, where you can get like discount programs.
Yep.
And there was I think it was like for $30, I get a lifetime subscription to a VPN program. I think it was VPN Unlimited. And I got it. For like $30, I had the lifetime subscription. So I thought, hey, I'll be able to watch Netflix in the UK. Apparently not with this. So there was a couple months later, I still have the lifetime subscription. I'm not getting rid of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for protection as well.
Yeah. But a couple months down the road, I see another deal on Stack Social for NordVPN. And I think it was like a 3-year subscription, 75% off.
Yeah, NordVPN is good. IP Vanish, I think, is another good one. I'm using I think it's ExpressVPN.
Okay.
Okay, so Angelina says that's a stew. Hot pot, or if potatoes in a hot pot, or if potatoes, it's a casserole. Don't worry, I have a family in Canada and friends. Yeah, I have family in Canada as well. So I'm like part Canuck. Crockpot, I know we're not talking tech. I'm sorry.
That was my fault.
No, it's okay. My wife makes an amazing crockpot dish. She does chicken, and it's like pulled chicken with ranch and bacon.
Okay.
And after you cook the chicken for so long, it just pulls apart really good.
All right.
And what type of meat did you cook?
Corned beef.
Corned beef. Okay. I need to find out how to make a brisket at home.
Well,
with like the burnt ends. I love burnt ends.
Well, a lot of people use a smoker.
Yeah, I don't.
And obviously you can't use a smoker in the wintertime. I mean, you can. That's why BT's is open all year round.
Yeah. I need to make a trip to. Maybe I'll do BT's this week. Oh, not BT's. I'm talking about the one in Groton.
Chester's, yeah,
it's not as good as BT's, but Chester's is good. Yeah. So the thing that brought all this up, sci-fi, streaming sci-fi. Apparently tonight is Resident Alien with Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really good. But so there's some streaming news I wanted to bring up, which is absolutely ridiculous. So Resident Alien is tonight. Doogie Howser is coming back. Did you see that?
No.
Okay.
Is like Neil Patrick Harris making a cameo appearance?
I don't know, but so Doogie Howser reboot coming to Disney Plus. It stars Jason Scott Lee from Dragon to Bruce Lee story.
Okay.
Please tell me you've seen that.
Yeah, of course.
He plays the dad to Peyton Elizabeth Lee, who's currently in or played Andi Mack, and the show is Doogie Kamealoha, MD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see where they're going with this. It's kind of like on the CW right now. They're doing that Walker show. It's not connected to Walker Texas Ranger, but he's kind of like, if I remember right, because my girlfriend is obsessed with Supernatural and she likes Jared Padalecki and all that stuff. And Jared Padalecki's playing the new Walker. I think it's like the son of Chuck Norris or something like that. I don't know. A relative of the Walker Texas Ranger original. Yeah. So,
Angelina, what the heck is a crock pot? Sound like we would section a person like that. So a crock pot is over here in the US. It's a pot. It's like an electric pot that you slow cook stuff for like 8 hours at a time. So it's just a pot. You plug it in, and it's normally made out of ceramic. It gets messy, so you put a liner in it. And the liners you can get liners for like a pack of them at like $3 at Walmart. You throw a bunch of stuff in, so like meat, potatoes, and stuff like that, like stuff for like a stew, and then you plug it in and you slow cook it for like 8 hours. So like chicken, you would put chicken in raw and stuff like that. Antonia Musgrave, hey, hello. Thanks.
Hello.
For us. She tuned in over on Still Token With as well. Good to see ya. Head on over here. So yeah, Doogie Howser reboot coming to Disney Plus. Another show, a slow cooker, yeah. Yeah, we call them slow cookers over here, but a lot of times I don't know why we call them crock pots as well. I think crock pot is like a brand, but
yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay, so another show coming out, Dylan McDermott from The Practice. I used to love watching The Practice. He is heading to star in a new Law and Order Organized Crime.
Okay.
That could be good.
This is like the 25th reiteration of Law and Order, I believe.
Yeah, there's so many Law and Orders, and Law and Order SVU is still going on.
Yeah,
and Mariska Hargitay is still in the damn show.
And Ice-T.
And Ice-T, yeah. But Mariska Hargitay was like in episode 1. She started it.
Yeah, and Ice-T is like he's like a jack of all trades. He's in SVU.
Yeah,
he still makes music, and his Twitter account is on fire. I mean, he'll argue with you about stupid stuff. Even though he's like a verified account, he'll pick on the person, anyone that is not verified. He disagrees with you, he'll call you out. So yeah, watch out for Ice-T on Twitter, but neither here nor there. But he still makes music with body count and regular music, so he's a jack of all trades.
Yeah. I'm excited for an organized crime Law and Order. I think that would be awesome. So obviously there's no dates on these because obviously quarantine. But yeah, it's exciting to hear some shows that could be in our near future. And I put this in the who gives a crap department. I just read today that Game of Thrones spinoff is going to be animated, or they're doing an animated Game of Thrones.
Okay.
On HBO Max.
All right.
Yeah. The article I was reading, somebody said only if they put the people that did Harley Quinn in it. And I go home. Here's your homework. After tonight's show, go home, watch one episode of Harley Quinn, and then watch Bloodsport. You'll be quizzed on it.
On the other side of weird news, we recorded our episode today, and one of the things we talked about, we have a segment called "What the Hell Is That?"
Yeah.
I don't know if you've gotten into Leo. I know you're not a sports guy, but I know James has that. No, it's not James. Patrick has his sports show, and I'm sure he talked about last week's UFC fight with Conor McGregor losing in like 27 seconds. Obviously, I don't know if you've heard of the YouTuber Jake Paul.
Nope.
And Logan Paul.
Oh yes, yeah. Didn't one of those like got in trouble because they like filmed a dead body over in Japan?
No.
Who did that?
I think that was Dr. Disrespect. But they're very popular YouTubers. And they've been making headlines because I think it was Jake Paul a couple months ago won a celebrity fight with an NBA player. And he's been on a roll calling out Floyd Mayweather, and now he's calling out Conor McGregor. Now that Conor McGregor's been knocked out, he's put out a $10,000 bounty on him, and now he's lowered it to $5,000 because he's been knocked out in 30 seconds. So it's just crazy.
Okay. Repeat that.
YouTube star, washed up YouTube star, calling out washed up fighter.
Okay. Was it Jake Paul or Logan Paul?
Jake Paul.
Okay. So I just Googled it. Logan Paul, he actually it was him. He went to Japan, and you know that suicide forest?
Yeah.
So he went into the suicide forest, and he shot a video with like a dead body.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened. Looks like 2018.
Yeah, they're very controversial.
Yeah, people like that are idiots. Yeah. Antonia Musgrave, I don't know how I feel about that. LOL. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it either. Did you hear and I know we're running late, so we'll wrap things up shortly. Reddit's in the news today.
Of course it is, because you like Reddit.
I know. But this here made the actual legit news.
GameStop. I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, GameStop and AMC.
Oh, AMC made it too. Their
Yeah.
stock. Oh, yeah, that's right, because their stock is high.
Yeah, so it looks like 20 million shares of GameStop are going to be bought because of calls on Friday. Don't even think about selling them until then. So Wall Street Bets has been jacking up the price of GameStop for no particular reason. So I think it's GameStop and AMC, because did they get government money?
AMC did. They got a little bit of money.
Well, AMC just got another bit of money, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Just recently.
Well, they were raising some money, and they got some charity money.
No, I think they got a government handout.
Yeah. But GameStop, I'm surprised they're still in business.
Yeah.
With all the controversy with the PS5s and Xbox, whatever's, no one able to get one.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Angelina Deacon says, I'm waiting for Aunt Josh, and only because he's fit. She says fit means schmexy here. Okay, sorry, continue.
No, I was just I'm surprised GameStop is still afloat because of, Walmart, GameStop, Best Buy, Target, not, providing enough PS5s for everyone.
Yep. Well, it's
they have enough PS4s,
Yeah.
not enough PS5s.
Yeah. Well, so I used to work for GameStop before they were GameStop a long time ago in the 80s and 90s when it was software, etc. And we did quite a good amount of business. And then back then it was all about treating the customer, it was good customer service, and GameStop just really went down to shitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why it's surprising for me about their stock going up, because sometimes GameStop's customer service is either good or bad depending on your experience.
No. From what I understand, and this is totally above my pay grade, it seems like Wall Street Bets, they're buying the stock to jack the price up, and I guess they're going to short it. So apparently, from what I understand, they're going to do this so that the people that are actually holding on to, that are like making money off their stock, are actually going to lose money.
Oh.
So people that were like abusing the system or gaining money off of GameStop or something like that. So they're doing this in order to get people to lose money. So this is like a fight against the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's not blue chip stock. It's not Disney,
No. So yeah, I'll have to read more on it. So Wall Street Bets is a community within Reddit. And what it is just, Reddit users that are making good amount of money in the stock market. And and it's a lot of regular users. You can do penny stocks as well. There's a penny stock community that I belong to. And there's also Robinhood penny stocks, which is good. Robinhood's pretty cool if you don't, if you're want to get into stocks but a little afraid. Robinhood's free and you can trade for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started with like $10 in Robinhood. Okay, so Angelina says Walmart here is called Asda Dontavar, a Target in my village.
Don't have a Target in my village.
Oh, don't have a okay. Yeah. Walmart is called Asda. Okay. Oh, I have. She doesn't have a Target in her village. Yeah, that's the thing with the states. It's you know, even though it's, you know, we live in New England, it's still like the boonies. There's still tons of stores around here. You know, we have, you know, there's a Walmart, you know, 5 minutes down the road, and then there's another one 10 minutes that way. You know, within like a 20-minute drive, there's like 3 or 4 Walmarts.
Yeah.
4. Yeah, 4, because you got Lake Lisbon also.
Yeah.
And then same with Target.
It's the magic of corporations. You know, it's kind of like an army in World War II. You're just popping up everywhere and no signs of slowing down.
Nope. Just popping up so people can spend their money there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know we're well past time, so we're going to wrap things up. Anything else you wanted to talk about, my friend, before we wrap it up?
No, I think we got all the grounds covered. So,
well, I want to thank everybody for watching, and I want to thank everybody in the chat, Antonia, Angelina, Chris as well. And I think there was another Facebook user that contributed. So thank you everybody for watching and contributing. And with that, we'll catch you guys later. Oh, just a reminder, we are doing a bunch of shows here on the podcast network, on the Dorkening Podcast Network. Head on over to thedorkening.com to find more information on the shows. We do on Monday the Indie Creator Spotlight. Every Monday at 8 p.m. Just recently, we had Michael Dorn, which is absolutely friggin' amazing. Tuesdays, we're doing our comic book show, Splash Pages. So each week, you know, within the community, we have a Facebook community called Splash Pages, the Comic Book Club. We give everybody a book to read for the week, and then we talk about it live on Tuesdays. And then Wednesday is the Dorkening. Angelina says, I don't have any typing. That's okay. You don't have typing skills. I don't have reading skills. Hey, we sent our best English over to you. Thank you. Yeah. You sent the best English and we totally fucked it up. Okay, Steven, where do you like people interacting with you?
So like I said in the beginning of the show, or towards the middle of the show, and if you didn't hear it, I'll say it again. We had our first Patreon backer on our Patreon page, patreon.com/Super Retro Podcast. We've had some issues with our original Patreon tiers. So we revamped our tiers. We kind of took in all 5 of our tiers and consolidated them into 2 tiers. So we have a $1 tier and a $3 tier.
Nice.
So we want to thank our first Patreon backer, Matt D. Thank you so much. And just check out patreon.com/Super Retro Podcast. Lots of incentives, whether you're a $1 or $3, doesn't matter. We appreciate your support. You can follow Super Retro Throwback Reviews on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We just finished recording episode 131 of our primary podcast, Super Retro Throwback Reviews, the audio files, episode 131. Weekend with Bernie's Mittens. That's the title card for this week's episode. Nice. Yes, we do talk about Bernie's memes in our What the Hell Is That segment. So definitely check that out. It's all available on all major podcasting distributors in the Dorkening Podcast Network on Monday. We have a second show, CSI The Vegas Files, every Friday, and all major podcasting distributors in the Dorkening Podcast Network. And I'm here every Wednesday, and if I have time, I pop in on the Splash Pages show on Tuesday.
Cool beans. And for me, just Google Leopan. But I just wanted to share real quick. I started putting some merch together, and we have this shirt right here. The artwork was designed by artist Dal Merge. And there's another design as well. If you check the show notes down below or up above, it's like tinyurl.com/dorkshirts. You can get Dorkening shirts right on Amazon. And I believe I have some, I think the UK marketplace is up as well. So even people watching over in the UK, Angelina, Wax the Baron. Yeah, it's we have shirts available, which is awesome. And I love the designs, what he's doing. What do you think of that design, Steven?
I love it.
Yeah.
Takes me back to my days of going to Blockbuster as a little whipper when I was in the 90s. So.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, same here. And that's what I told him. I said, looking at some VCR tapes that you just came from the rental store. Obviously, it's the Dorkening rental store because we didn't want to, get sued by anybody.
Not that they're around anymore. I mean, there's one Blockbuster left, but
yeah. But I had them change the logo and make it unique, and it's unique art, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
So there's another design I need to get up. I'm having an issue with it on a black shirt, so I need to make a small change before I get it up. So right now there's 2 designs. I'm going to be adding another, and we're going to try to add 1 to 2 designs a month. Depending on my budget. So it's all unique art, from a comic book artist, which, he does awesome work. And Dal Merge, you can find him on Facebook. And like I said, just follow me, leopon.com. Sorry, not Leo. I do have leopon.com, but I don't think I have anything up. Just Google Leopon. Anyway, we'll catch you guys later. Bye.